Welcome to our channel Quaint Cosmos. Today's topic of discussion is Gigantomastia. Yes, Gigantomastia, this is a medical condition, though this is rare. Yes, this is a rare medical condition characterized by excessive breast tissue growth. Means the size of the breast become larger than the usual. And that is known as, this problem is known as gigantomastia, and it is a medical condition. Medical treatment is required. But here in this video, we are going to explore this topic through the lens of physics. You know that physics plays a pivotal role in the field of medical sciences. Actually, there is an involvement of physics and chemistry as well. Without physics, we cannot even think about the devices used in the field of medical sciences. Instruments or diagnostic techniques largely rely on the knowledge of physics or proper understanding of physics, or the technologies developed so far used in the field of medical sciences depend on physics, as well as chemistry is also there. Anyway, we are talking about here the gigantomastia, and we are going to explore this topic, gigantomastia, through the lens of physics. Means we are not going to talk about the medical science aspect of this problem. Only the problems related to physics, or the part of gigantomastia which can easily be explained through the lens of physics. That thing we are going to discuss here in this video. So physics, so we are talking about what? Physics. And the problem is what? Problem is gigantomastia. So breast size becomes larger than the usual. And it causes so many problems like discomfort, posture issues, even other complications may also be there. And individuals suffering from this problem, they find it very difficult to choose proper garments, because those garments are normally not available in market. Even selection of bras become a very acute problem. Proper bras, bras are used to support the breasts. So bras of that size or the required bras are not available normally in the market. So for designing such things, knowledge of physics is required. So first let's talk about the weight. Since the size of the breasts become larger than the usual, that means there is a shift in the center of gravity of the body of that person who is suffering from this problem, gigantomastia. Spine carry the load, and it carries symmetrically loads. Means our spine, human spine is designed that way. Nature has designed human spine that way, that it is able to carry loads which is evenly distributed. But when the individual is suffering from gigantomastia, this problem, so in that case, there is a large mass in front of the body. And due to the presence of that large mass, means I am talking about large breasts, so in that case what happens, there is a shift in the position of the center of gravity of the body. That means the problem is suffered by the spine of the individual. Means actually center of gravity shifts to the forward. Okay. So there is a problem with the spine. So the individual may suffer from backache problem. The person who is suffering from gigantomastia may suffer from backache problem. Even bra straps cause problem on the shoulders. Due to large mass, large weight is involved. And the large weight of the breast that is carried by the bra straps. So those straps press against our shoulder, means shoulder of the individuals. So there is a problem. That means here engineers and material scientists are required to design the required brush for those patients. Because load distribution, stress involved, these are the things known to engineers and material scientists. So here they contribute a lot in designing the required brush for the patients of gigantomastia. Okay, again there is a problem with motion. So for the analysis of motion, again here the knowledge of physics is required. For walking, for running, even for arm movements of the arm or movements of the legs, the knowledge of physics is required because motion is involved here. And you know, whatever you do, whether you are walking or running or moving your arms, in all the cases, energy is required. So, due to the presence of the disease, gigantomastia, unnecessarily extra energy means there is a waste of extra energy. Energy expenditure becomes more for the patients suffering from gigantomastia. Okay, so these are the things which can be easily understood through the lens of physics. Again, the surgeons, if surgical operation is required, means if surgical intervention is required for the patient of gigantomastia, in that case the surgeons should be well aware of the fluid dynamics or fluid mechanics of blood flow. Because during operation, there will be blood flow, there will be blood loss. So a knowledge of fluid mechanics is required for the surgeons. Again, for tissue hydration, the same knowledge, that is the knowledge of fluid mechanics, is required. And fluid mechanics is what? It is a branch of physics or branch of applied physics. And this subject, fluid mechanics, is taught in different engineering disciplines like chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering. Okay, in so many engineering disciplines, again in aerospace engineering, marine engineering. So fluid mechanics is what? It is a branch of applied physics. So to some extent, the knowledge of fluid mechanics is required for the surgeons. During operation, that knowledge is required. During surgical operation of the patient suffering from gigantomastia. Anyway, we are not talking about here in this video about the medical science or the surgical operations. Only to some extent physics is being used in this video to explain the problem. So whenever there is a problem of load, stress, torque, force, because in this case of gigantomastia, all are present. Motion is involved. Okay, so physics is required to explain everything. Again, overloaded breasts are there. So for that thing, load distribution. For the correct analysis of load distribution, knowledge of physics is required. Okay, then force and torques are also involved. So for the correct analysis, again physics is required. So through the lens of physics, if we try to understand this problem of gigantomastia, then the understanding of this disease can be better. Okay, and that means what? The patient suffering from the means when you are studying gigantomastia, this disease as a medical student, in that case, if you study properly this disease, then in that case you will gain an insight, a proper insight into the field of physics, into the field of ergonomics. Okay. ergonomics is also a field of study that is known to you, I think. Anyway, so this was all about today's topic, the physics of gigantomastia. So what is the meaning? The physics of gigantomastia? I have already explained each and every aspect of this topic. So actually the terms which are frequently used in the analysis of physics of gigantomastia are load, weight, forces, torques, motion, etc. These are the terms. Okay, and in case of surgery, to some extent, knowledge of fluid mechanics or fluid dynamics. Actually, fluid dynamics and fluid mechanics are same. Fluid mechanics means hydrostatics plus fluid dynamics both. Means whether the fluid is in a static condition, that is known as hydrostatics, and when the fluid is in motion, that is known as fluid dynamics. So we are talking about here fluid in motion, so fluid dynamics. Anyway, so I am not going to discuss here fluid mechanics in this video. I was talking about only gigantomastia and how we can use the knowledge of physics to better understand this disease or the problems caused by this disease. Okay. Anyway, so this was all about it, today's topic, the physics of gigantomastia. So this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video.